Hey guys, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Saturday, November 4th, 2017. So, Heather and I went out today and did a little thrifting first. She wanted to go to the thrift store because then I'm always looking for something else at the thrift store. So, I picked up another thing for picking up the jars with canning. 69 cents, so you really can't go wrong there on that. I actually picked up some old school, and I'll show you these, old school cookie cutters. There's Santa with his sack, the tree, there's another one with the tree, but like these ones here, these are way old school, and then the bell. So these were 29 cents each, and I'm like, hey, you know what, I'm grabbing these because we're definitely going to be doing some, Christmas cookies this year. So then I also picked up another light, just because a spotlight for working on whatever, and I got that. I can't remember what the price of that was. $4. So she plugged it in, it worked. I'm like, perfect. And I got another roasting pan, if you can believe that or not. They had another one there, so I grabbed it, and can't beat the price. I mean, it was just, so now I got two of those. Okay, so we'll set this stuff aside. Okay, so then we ended up going to Dollar General, and then actually the dollar store after that. So I'm going to go over everything that we got. I ended up picking more of the chicken breast in a can. So they have the 2-packs, so I ended up getting 4 of those. Well, 2 packs, two 2-packs or 4 cans of the chicken in the can. That is going to go long-term preps. I got more of the pulled pork and barbecue sauce, so I picked up 2 of those because I like that really. It's really good. I picked up a couple more cans of the sweetened condensed milk. Heather and I actually used one of the cans that I had picked up before, and we made fudge. So that was pretty cool, and so we actually have that in the fridge now, so that's a nice little treat to have. But it was real easy to make, and so we got that done. So I picked up a couple more cans of that. I just showed you guys, I just picked up some of this the other last week. I think I picked that up, but I picked up some more. I like having these on hand, just because when you get down and you're sick and you feel like complete crap, which usually once in the season I'll get a nice cold, and I don't really do a lot of going out and about. I like having these as a backup on hand because it makes all the difference in the world, man, having these here. And like if you go through, one of each of these, using it for day and night time, and then you're like, oh crap, now I gotta go get more. I like having these on hand, and also it's an awesome thing to prep as well for that, flu and cold season. Just picked up, we have some already, but I wanted to get a couple more. This one's a 4-cup one, and this one is, I think, 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 cups. So I just picked those up for baking and stuff like that. What I also picked up for baking, got a little cookie tray, and also another, brownie tray. Because what we're going to actually work on doing this year, just for fun to see how it goes, we're going to cook on top of the wood stove and see if we can't make like brownies and cookies and stuff like that right on top of the wood stove. So along with that, what I also picked up, I'm going to show you that next. I picked up these type of things here, because basically what I would do is I would put that on the wood stove, put that over the top of that, so it's baking, so it's going to keep everything in more. And so picked up a few of those. I like to use these for baking too, or like I said, if I'm cooking something and we want to really bake it, I can take one of these, and these are nice and cheap, and there's 2 of them in each one, and I can just flip that over on the top, and that's going to help keep things in. So I got there's 2 in each one, so there's 4 of those. And then we also got some more of the for the pie pan or cake pan type of thing. So we got those to go along with that. And stick them under here. I also picked up a thing of rubber bands just because I wanted them, and we could have a lot of uses for that now and later. So I grabbed those. So I picked up I picked up 4 packs. It's 3 lighters in a pack. I mean, 3 lighters for $1, you really can't go wrong. Having extra lighters and stuff is a really smart thing to do. I've got a bunch of lighters already, but I wanted to pick up more. So I grabbed 4 packs of those. I also picked up, it's 1.5 pounds elbow macaroni at the dollar store. So, I mean, how are you going to go wrong? So I picked up 4 of those, so it's a total of 6 more pounds of elbow macaronis. And yes, I have a lot of elbow macaronis, but it's a nice thing to have. Now this here, I think this is something that would be really interesting for a lot of people, okay? This is one of those solar lights that you sit out in your yard for your walkway or whatnot, and the sun will charge them up, and then at night they'll come on and they'll run for however many hours that way. What I want to use it for is charge them up out in the sun during the day, and then at night you can bring those right in the house, and there you have a nice light in the house. You're not running down a battery as far as a flashlight or anything like that, and it's going to recharge automatically because it's a little solar panel on top with the sun. And they were $1 a piece. So as an experiment, I bought 4 of them, and we're gonna try that out and see how that works just for fun. But I thought that was a really cool thing to have. So I grabbed those. Now Heather was saying that we didn't have a whole lot of different. We got some measuring stuff, but this is a whole different kinds here. It's an 8-pack. Goes all the way from 1/4 up to 1 tablespoon. So, well, let's see. We got 1 cup, and then a 1/2 cup, a 1/3, a 1/4 tablespoon, 1/2 tablespoon, teaspoon, and a tablespoon. So you got all your different measuring things there. So we figured we'd grab that too, just because, like I said, we like to do a lot of cooking and baking. I picked up. All right, I wanted to show you this here. This is 48 forks, plastic forks for $1. So I picked up 2 packs of those, and I picked up 2 packs of the spoons, 48 for $1. These are more of, this is a SHTF item. If you got a whole bunch of people and you're trying to feed people and stuff like that, instead of having a whole bunch of the other, silverware and stuff like that, these are nice to have. And again, you can wash them up and reuse them again too. And they're cheap. I mean, if you break it, who cares? So I grabbed those as well. And then I also grabbed a stack of the Dixie. I went with the heavier dutier ones just because it's 154 plates. And again, just nice to have. And like I said, if you have a get together and stuff too, you can use the silverware for that and the plates for that as well. And you're not dirtying up all your other silverware, your normal stuff, and you can just throw that out afterwards, which is nice to have. I did pick up another thing again. I know I showed you that I picked up like 4 things of the bottles of Ajax and the smaller bottles, so I grabbed a larger one as well. Okay. Another thing I picked up, now as you guys know, I'm a tea drinker. I love drinking my tea. So here's 100 tea bags for $1. I don't know what this tea tastes like, but tea is tea. And if it's an SHTF situation and I have tea bags, I'm going to be happy because I'll have enough tea that I could drink 1 cup of tea a day. There's 100 days, okay? So I picked up 4 of those. I had shown a video earlier where I picked up a bunch of other tea bags before that we had picked up, and I have a lot of regular tea bags as well. So I picked up 4 more boxes of that. That gives me 400 more tea bags to have, okay? I did pick up some more of the Strike on the Box green light diamond matches. There's 300 matches in each box. So, I mean, I picked up some again in a video that I just recently did, but for the price of it, I just couldn't pass it up. There's 600 matches there. So, and I did get the tin. I showed you the tin in a previous video. That these are all going to end up going in that metal tin, and then I'll have them in there. Now, I talked about soap before, and I picked up the Irish Spring that I showed you guys recently. Here's 10 more bars of Ivory soap as well. Like I said, being able to stay clean is going to be a huge, huge thing in a post-event. So again, for the price of it, you can't go. I couldn't go wrong, and it was under $5 for 10 bars of soap. So it's 50 cents a bar, basically. I think it was 4 something. Excuse me, 4 something for the soap there. So it's 50 cents a bar, and Ivory's a good soap. I like Ivory. So anyway, so that's what we were focusing on today, getting out. Doing some thrifting. Heather picked up a pair of jeans and a couple of sweatshirts and stuff like that. And, decent price on that. But like I said, I always looking to add more to my stocks. And, trying to not just focus just on food, but looking at other things as well. And like with the, with the solar lights like that, I think that's a really cool thing. And, I'm real interested to try that out and see how that works and how long they'll actually last once we have them charged up all day outside, and see how they do. I think that'll be really interesting to see. And like I said, as an experiment, for 4 of them for $4, I mean, how are you going to go wrong there? You know what I mean? And if they work great, then that's cool. Maybe I'll go buy some more. But I figure that'll be a fun little experiment to see how they do, and we'll see how much light they kick off too. So that'll be fun. But always trying to think when you go out and you're looking at getting stuff, what is stuff that I use on a regular basis, stuff that I'm going to want to have, stuff that I'm going to need to have in an SHTF situation. And so, like I said, just having plastic silverware and plates, the throwaway plates, nice to have. I mean, you're going to need stuff like that. And so I think that that's important. I have also, to be honest with you, I got a whole bunch of mess kits that I had picked up way back in the day. A guy had a storage locker that he had bought, was getting rid of a bunch of stuff, and I picked up a lot of mess kits. So I do have those. I just got to figure out where I have them. But I do have those someplace. Maybe I'll pull some of them out and I'll show you those. But they're also nice to have if you can pick them up. And everything, it's got, the metal utensils that are like from the 50s, Korean War era type of mess kit, so they're really, really cool. So I'll have to show you guys that. But always adding to your stuff, having enough stuff, and like I said, I personally like tea, so over 400 tea bags. That's over a year of me having 1 cup of tea a day, and that might be a really nice thing to have in a post event. And I have a lot more too, obviously, than just these 400. So I got enough that I can have tea for quite a while, which is kind of cool. But anyway, and again, maybe that's a barter item too. Maybe somebody wants some tea, and you can say, okay, well, what do you got for me? What another thing to think about. So anyway, guys, listen. I hope everybody's having a really enjoyable weekend. Not a bad day here at the homestead today. It was overcast all day. We did really well with solar for this time of year. Being November 4th, we ended up pulling in 2.5 kilowatt hours today, even with it being overcast all day. So that was pretty cool. I was happy about that. We're actually still running on solar right now, and I'll tell you what time it is. It is almost 7 o'clock at night, so that's pretty cool. So anyway, that's what we're doing. That's what's going on, and I wanted to share that with you guys. And please share your thoughts with me. Tell me what you think, and I will speak with everybody tomorrow. Remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every day. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember, guys, it's STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever goals you're trying to reach, you can reach them as long as you work at your goals methodically. Okay? I will talk to you all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.